Hello YouTube, Saint Bob here, Saint Bob YouTube channel. This is a continuation video of the UI tutorial that I did. This is part 2. If you've missed part 1 guys, then please go back to the YouTube channel and search for the UI part 1, and then obviously watch that and then watch this. So we left off at the action bars here at the bottom here, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover the certain things that you can place in there, what each button does, and also we'll go on to these here and I'll explain what these are and quickly go into some of them to explain what they do. So first of all, 1 and 2, this is your left hand and this is your right hand. In the game, everything that you use to create certain things, so for example if you want to now start terraining, like I've just been starting to do, then you have to make sure you have a shovel equipped in your right hand. Same with logging. If you want to log anything, then you have to make sure you have an axe in your right hand and nothing else in your left hand. Now what you can do is you can place abilities in here, certain abilities that will come available once the combat has been refined, I'm guessing. You can actually place things in there. So these are just like hotkeys, shortcuts, so you press the number that represents the action that you want to do when it's on here, and you will perform that action. Pretty straightforward, to be honest. The next side of it is the most important part of the game really, in terms of the UI. And we'll start with the first one and then we'll work to the right. So first of all is stats. This is basically what you decided you was going to have at the start of the game when you created your character, so your birthday, your age, the height and the weight. Obviously that would change the weight and the age over time, and possibly the height depending if you get old. I'm sure you probably get short, I don't know. Your strength, fortitude, agility, dex, intellect, perception, charm and spirit. That was obviously the stats that you chose at the start of the game in the character creation. So let's go out of that. The skills window is skills, so you've got your combat skills. So at the start of the game I chose 25 armed combat, 25 axes. Basically that was what that's the number that you get once you choose your 2 specific skills at the character creation. Every other one that you don't pick stays at 5, and obviously you have to then go and do actions to increase the skills. So like armed combat, if I was doing a ton of killing with armed combat with any weapon, then my armed combat would increase. If I did it with axes, then my axes skill would increase. Eventually, it is very very slow, I think, to increase your skill, but it does increase. I'll just quickly go through the skills, just to quickly show you a few things. Resources, again, these are things that you can increase. So fishing, foraging, hunting, logging, scavenging, all will increase when you actually do those specific skills in resourcing. Actions, hiding, jumping, running, swimming, terraforming, they will all increase over time as you actually do them. Again, all these things actually increase over time when you do them. Trade skills, animal taming and cooking isn't introduced yet, so they won't. And obviously you got your crafts, they'll increase as you do more crafts. Construction, obviously architecture again, will increase as you do more architecture work. Inventory then guys, so I'm not going to explain exactly what every single slot is. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll just quickly say that this is your what you can actually carry on your person. So for example, put this over here, we have a backpack. So these are all your packs that you can carry. You have one backpack that you can actually carry on your back, and then all these other ones here are actually pouches that will go around your hips, and you will carry them like a utility belt. And now you have to actually, there aren't any bags in there, you have to actually create the bags yourself, the pouches from basketry. So that's what they are, and they're basically inventory slots, so you can fill them up with items, so you can carry more loot. Moving down to the second row here, we've got this box here. This is a very important box. This is the box that everything that you carry on your back in terms of resources, in terms of scavenging loot, logging, twigs or sticks that you carry, all goes onto your back, and that is where the icon for that item sits there. The next one is obviously your left hand. So as you can see, I've got a shovel in my right hand, and to use that shovel I can't have anything in my left hand because it requires both hands to use the shovel. And obviously if we put that onto the other side, you can see that my right hand's there as well. This next icon, I've never used this one before. I believe it's for a set of keys by the looks of it, so I'm guessing we're going to be utilising some sort of keys, or this is going to be a keyring to store certain things that you would store on keyrings, probably keys. So hopefully we're going to see some sort of feature where that introduces that in. And the last one, I believe, is, I've never used it before, but from what I can tell from the icon, it does look like it's another pouch of some description. So yeah, that's basically those bars explained. Very, very quickly, the top here, these are the items that you've actually got on your back. If you can see on my character now, I'm not actually carrying any resources, so there's nothing there. That is just for resources that you're carrying on your back. But these up here are for items and weapons or equipment that you've got carrying on your back. See, I've got 2 axes which are there. I've got a backpack which is there, which isn't included in here. Blades, axes, certain different things you can put on there. I'm guessing that's your belt there. Looks like that's where you would store them on your belt. So can we put them in there? Yes, there we go. We've got one in his belt. It's just moved now down to his belt, so we can put them in there. What's this one here? You can't equip that there. So basically that's your back and hip slots, so you can put them there. One thing to note, guys, very, very quickly, is that if you're unsure of where a certain item goes, because for example there are 3 trousers slots here, and different arm slots and things like that, then what you can do, I'll just quickly show you. Put these trousers up. I'm now legless in terms of clothes. We've got my trousers here, or pants if you're from America. I've got my pants here, and let's just pretend I don't know where they go. So I'm going to go and place it on top of my character in here, and that will actually place it automatically where that item belongs, and it will also put the other item that was there, if there was one, into your backpack. So that's the inventory window pretty much explained. Moving on to the packs, this is just an abbreviation of what's here, but it just shows that it just means that you don't have to go into your inventory window to actually view your packs here. So again, I don't need to explain anything, but if you do want to open your backpack, then just right click on your cloth pack or whatever sort of storage facility you've got on there. So let's get rid of the packs. Actions, this is where you actually start to perform your actions. So for example, if I wanted to do some logging, I would equip an axe on my right hand, and I would go up to a tree and right click on logging. Again, this is where you can do all your crafting skills, your terraforming, your leather crafting, everything that you want to do that's crafting. You can right click on them and it will bring up another window with all the items that you can create. I'm obviously not going to go into these now because I have done separate tutorials for the crafts, so I don't really need to go into those. So you can have a look at those if you're curious about those. So yeah, that's just the actions really: fishing, foraging, certain different things. Okay, moving on to the resources. This is the resources tab. This is basically anything and everything that's around you that you can physically interact with in terms of resources. So for example, now I'm in the grass fields here. I can right click on the grass resources, and it will now my character will now start to pick the resources up. So it's a good idea, guys, really, to have this out near enough all the time, especially if you're doing some gathering. Make sure you've got that out. And as you can see, it's now placed the grass on my back. So let's just quickly show you. You can see in my packs now, in the back slot, it's now put my grass there. So let's just click on that, put it on the floor, and leave that because we don't want that. Okay, social window. I'm assuming this is going to change over the next few patches, but this is basically your friends list, foes list. You can actually add foes, which is pretty cool. I like that. Your tribe, you can see who's in your tribe, and also pets. So we're going to have some sort of pet feature in the future, summon and unsummon. Obviously that's not implemented just yet. And last but not least, your tribe. This is obviously where the tribe would be. I've created a tribe simply because I wanted to do some terraforming, so I've created a tribe, called it tutorial, and obviously this is where you can do all your tribe features and such. So that's basically the UI as you see it explained. Just very quickly, I want to press the escape button here. This will bring up the options menu, or the in-game menu. You can return to game here. You can exit game. You will log off automatically, or you can click the log off button that comes up. Bind keys is so you can bind certain keys to certain actions in the game. And also options here is where you do your graphics options, your distances, your water, change the effects on all of those, your shadows, and also your sound is in here as well. So guys, that's basically everything that I need to say really about that. Before I do go though, reminded myself two things I've not mentioned. With the chat function, very important one is /w and then the name of the person you want to whisper to. So let's just whisper good old Wilbiny, and let's just say hello, just to show how it works. And there we go. And let's just put that so he knows what it is. Okay, and the last one that I need to mention before I forget, guys, is this bar up here. This bar here will actually show you certain information in terms of like health bars on players that you're attacking when you're close enough to click on them, and also your monsters as well. So basically that's everything explained, guys. Thanks very much for watching. If there's anything at all that you're unsure of, or you need any help on, or any more tutorials that you'd like to see me do, then please do message me either on YouTube or on the design community, or even just leave a comment on the video or on the channel, guys. So if you like my videos, then subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you again in another tutorial video. So thanks very much, and that's Saint Bob. God, I'm losing it today. Saint Bob signing off.